Hello and welcome to this very special spoiler video.
Hello.
With me, Rebecca Gillan, joined as always by Richard Walker. This is your cue. This is where you say hello.
Hi.
Thank
Hello.
you. Thank you.
I'm here. I am conscious.
Great.
We have a spoiler video.
Yeah, I said that bit.
Cool. Yeah, we don't normally have spoilers for the odd numbered chapter pack. But a friend of ours had a spoiler, and he no longer is really affiliated with Thrones. He's not playing Thrones much at the moment. But Cincinnati Joe gave us the spoiler for us to spoil on the channel. So thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. And
I'm still trying to get him back into the game. You keep saying, I'll give you a game on the Iron Throne if you build me a good wall deck. He's still very...
I think there's a problem what you said though, a good wall deck. That's where it's
I'm confident I can get him playing again.
New wall?
No.
He wants old wall.
That's not Joe, is it? That's not the Joe we know.
No, that's true.
So he gave us this spoiler.
Thank you, Joe.
So we've done an emergency video.
Yes.
So some decks slapped together. Basically, I got the Tyrell Lion deck from Jacob Wormsley.
Otherwise known as James Wormsley.
Otherwise known as James
But,
Wormsley.
you know, for purposes of his world championship ticket, apparently he's now Jacob.
Jacob.
Which was entertaining.
And Rebecca's playing my Greyjoy Stag, which is basically Warship Vic with some other Greyjoy family and lots of boats. And the Stag bring in more boats and pirates with stealth and Salador the way to jump in boats.
Yeah. Seems fun.
That seems nice. Yeah, so.
We have setups. I've got Balon on the left with Wex.
No economy there.
No economy. You saw I mulliganed. You have the Arbor, lucky sod, the Scheming Septon, and the Highgarden Courtier.
Yeah, seemed good.
Was that right? Oh, yes. I'm getting there.
It's almost like you've evolved.
You watch, I'll get one of them wrong later.
You're like a mid-level Pokemon now.
You don't even know what Pokemon are. Tell me a mid-level Pokemon.
Well, basically, what we did...
No, tell me a
remember
mid-level
when we
Pokemon.
played Pokemon? No, you're basically a Pidgeotto.
A Pidgeotto?
And not a Pidgey anymore.
Right.
You've evolved.
But I need to get to Pidgeot.
That's it.
Right. Well done. Well done for remembering a Pokemon name. Plot-wise, I've gone for Time of Plenty against Richard's Calm over Westeros, and Richard has chosen no military claim.
I have no military icons.
You do not. I've also marshalled a duped Asher, a Dragonstone Faithful, an Ironfleet Scout, and a Rose Road. So that seems a bit better. Got some economy, got some helpful locations, and a relatively strong board, I feel.
Yeah. So one thing to bear in mind, this game was cobbled together last minute, pretty late in the day. I think we probably make a lot of mistakes in there. I'm playing Tyrell, which A, I hate, B, I hate, and C, I don't know how to do Tyrell.
I thought it was going to be another I hate.
So, yeah, that's going to not go down very well.
It's fun.
And you're Greyjoying, which is simple.
I like Greyjoy.
It's nice.
I must admit, I didn't see any obvious mistakes while I was editing. So...
All right, no clear contraventions of the rules.
No. I mean, there were things where we may or may not have been a bit daft in our challenges, but no miscounting gold or, I don't know, triggering something when we shouldn't. That I noticed. You watch, the viewers are going to find something now and embarrass us both.
They will. They'll find everything. This is what they do best.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's how we learn, right?
You passed challenges.
I did pass challenges. I have no military claim. You've got no power to take, and I don't really want to give you extra gold with the intrigue for Tyrion.
You could have got a couple of unopposed power.
I didn't really want to give you power to take.
And got renown. I mean, not going first is always pretty good. I mean, if you're the first player, I think that's a perfectly acceptable call.
Thanks. He's on the intrigue with Tyrion, triggering to get his gold. And your intrigue claim is... Dun, 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 Pretty boring.
I like the way you hide it from me a little bit. Like, you don't reveal it immediately. You hide it, look at it, and then you pull a face as if to say, I have knowledge now that you don't have. And you're going to have to like beg me for this knowledge.
I was really happy with your choice, actually, because I had a few options in hand that I was toying with.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was quite happy with the with that dude going.
Who cared about Wendy, right?
Mm.
So, yeah, we still don't have spoiler card on the table.
However, we're less than 6 minutes in and we've done a round, so I feel like we're playing relatively quick.
Wow.
And that included mulligan time.
That pace cannot last.
I don't know, we go pretty quick. Pretty quick? What's a pretty quick?
Pretty quick.
Pretty quick, even.
Wow. What's coming up next?
Plots.
What sort of plot are you going to play here? Something impactful or something safe?
No, I've gone for a coppers. I feel like my board is okay.
Your board looked good.
Yeah. But I want to find a little bit more economy because I've got a lot of bigs and I want to be able to afford to easily put out bigs each turn.
So your options were then to play coppers for more cards or play economy to get those bigs out. The downside of that is, of course, you flood the board.
Yeah, so I didn't want to spread too wide, especially because if you've got something like Valador Hydus, noting that your character's costs are all quite low, I didn't want to have 4 bigs on the board and you to just blow them all up.
That's fair.
But you're going first here and you're collecting rather a lot of gold. So I guess you can splurge if you want. Is that the Arbor Vineyard?
Yeah, so I say Whammer built the deck, but I couldn't find some of the cards that Whammer had, so I just chucked some other cards in instead, like Arbor Vineyards.
What were they in place of?
I don't really know.
That red one.
I didn't spend a lot of effort building the deck, I'll be honest. I just chucked loads of cards in.
You're really selling it to people. Doing a good job.
It's not about the deck, is it? Not about the deck. It's just like a play.
It's a way of showing the card.
Yeah, you can show different cards. I think it, shadow based.
I think it's also nice to not have Targ or Stark in one of our games as well. We've been recording a lot of tournaments and things recently, and it feels like every other game is Stark or Targ. So, got some different factions in.
You've got some blue sleeves, some green sleeves.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
One day, we might even get Lannister on the channel.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, we weren't doing YouTube videos when Lanny Dragon was big, so I don't think we've ever really had many Lannister videos on.
And Lanny going to get big soon?
To get some Shadows cards. I think they've got that Shadow Cersei coming out. Which seems pretty mean. I do like it.
What does it do?
Whenever a character or whenever a card comes out of Shadow, you get to take a card from your opponent's hand.
Oh, okay. That could be mean.
Yeah,
especially if that card's Robert Strong. You have to kill a character and lose a card.
Yeah, gross. And it's 3 times the phase, I think.
Oh, bloody hell. I do like the amount of effort you're using here, looking at all your Shadows cards. Like, fuck, what have I got here?
The thing with Shadows is I can never A, remember what they are, and B, remember where they are, and C, how much they cost to bring up.
How to trigger them and things. Doing an intrigue here with Tyrion stealthing past the Lord Sport shipwright. So just to make sure it's not unopposed, slow you down a bit and defend him with Wex. You do still win the challenge, so you're getting some claim here.
Claim of a rhythm from the sea.
I was really sad about that.
You visibly drooped. Your whole body sagged.
Well, I know you've got Robert Strong in this deck. So I was holding on to the rhythm.
How did you know I had Robert Strong in this deck?
Because in case you've forgotten, we started trying to record a video and then completely screwed it up and had to do it again.
Take 2, cut!
We were like 10 minutes in and we were like, oh, what have I done here?
Damn. This is take 3, is it? Or take 2?
No,
I don't
this
even
is take
remember.
2. We only had 2.
Oh,
this is only the second attempt.
Oh, you're doing a nearly thing. The faithful Dragonstone man going in for...
Well, I think you've misinterpreted the board. You're doing a Power of Randall. I didn't want to let go unopposed.
Oh.
So I'm blocking with a little chud
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not unopposed.
I have misinterpreted the board.
I figured as
Well
much.
spotted, dear.
Thank you, darling.
That's teamwork.
Yeah. I point out your mistakes for you. You gracefully accept the correctment. Correctment?
Cheers. Thanks, love. Cool, I've done some challenges.
You have?
Maybe I have a way of restanding Landil. Landil?
Apparently not. So, military stealthing Randall. This should mean I get it unopposed unless you bring something annoying out, but you don't. So, unopposed reaction stands. Get the unopposed power and claim of the High Garden Quarter, which again says to me like, maybe he doesn't have anything to stun people.
Hadn't drawn it, I don't think. Where's my stand? Where's my Grand Strong? Where's my Renly's vibes?
So I do a power stealthing the Septon, and that goes through unopposed with claim as well. And finally, just a cheeky little intrigue with the Lord Sport to Shipwright,
Cheeky.
because I figure I can always boost him if needed.
Did I get my Tyrion goal?
You did.
Oh, cool. Normally I forget that.
Because Septon's 2 strength, right?
Septon is 2 strength.
Yeah, so even though I'm second player, I can still get a strength boost of 1 by the Shipwright. So, you know, if I'm desperate to pull off that intrigue, if he defends, then I can increase.
I'm doing a thing.
However, you do a thing and bring a card out of shadows. So this is McGonagall of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Otherwise known in the game as the Queen of Thorns.
Prune face.
But she really doesn't like McGonagall.
Oh,
I'm never not going to see that now. I totally forgot she existed, actually. So she is the Queen of Thorns Shadows card. She has stealth. And yeah, she's a bit annoying.
She's annoying. When you win a challenge in which you participate in, you can bring a card out of shadows. For free.
So
I think she's going to be busted once we've got all the shadow cards out.
Yeah. I was a bit worried when I saw her come out. I was like, oh, crap. You know, you can afford to put anyone out if you win a challenge with her. But
she's got stealth as well. As if the threat of all that free economy wasn't enough. Why don't you just give her some stealth so she can actually trigger it?
Yeah.
Tyrell have been historically short of stealth. And
I don't really need it though, all their strength bumps.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a kind of design thing. You know, Tyrell don't get stealth. Greyjoy don't get econ. Targ don't get cards. Now it's a bit of a free-for-all.
Feels like it in some ways, doesn't it? Okay, so on to next plots then. And we've got a trading here into Late Summer Feast.
Oh.
So you're getting all the gold, Richard.
Yeah, I am. 9 gold from the feast, 1 from the Gates of the Moon, 3 from the Pentoshi, 3 from the Arbor, that's 16. Add in the 4 from the Arbor Vineyard, 20 gold. I mean, Shadow deck are expensive. Everything costs money.
Well, looks like you've got it covered.
Don't know, I don't feel like I've got enough.
Never enough. There was a time when it was always like, oh, I just needed 1 more gold. And now it's like,
Just need 8 more gold.
There's so much gold. You're actually having to use your betrayal tokens to make up. Okay, so another card into shadows there.
Ooh.
No? Yes? Yes. Nearing the vineyard to gain some
I
gold.
didn't have enough tokens for gold, so I could only do my vineyards afterwards, I think.
Yeah.
You
But I
nailed my
nailed the other
vineyard,
one.
how mean.
Well, you know, I figured I might as well get a use
Because
out
my
of it.
20 gold wasn't enough.
So you brought, oh, what's this card out of shadows?
Old Town Under City.
Old Town Undercity.
Yeah, when a card comes out of shadow, it's a reaction. So a card did come out of shadow, and so it's reacting to itself. Look at the top 3 card, add 1 to your hand, 1 to the top of the deck, and 1 to the bottom of the deck.
Seems good.
It's really good with cards like Old Town,
Mark.
Mullendor. Yeah, pretty good with Mullendor.
And a pavilion, that's annoying.
And of course, you add a card to your hand too. Great. Yay, a strength pump for Randall.
Another shadows card. And a High Garden Quarter on the end there. Not to be confused with the one that's in the discard pile. You've got one in the dead, one in the discard, and one on the board.
Well, we're not doing a very good job of spoiling
the
this card, are we?
So I have a confession. Last round, you were going on with a challenge that was supposed to be able to spoil the card, and I had a bit of a blonde and forgot how it worked, and did something that prevented you being able to use the card.
No, you were saying, oh, why didn't you play that card this round? Well, I couldn't, because it doesn't work with XYZ condition. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot.
So we'll get there eventually. But yes, I think we managed it this round.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
You haven't got many boats out.
No, in the practice game where we messed up, I had loads of boats. It was great. Had all the pirate stuff.
My political disaster would have been fun.
You don't run political disaster. Do you?
No. You say I don't run political disaster. It's all Jacob's fault.
Jacob Wormsley.
Jacob.
And what's let's see, I'm victories in that boat.
So quite clearly, you haven't quite got to grips with your Shadows cards yet, have you?
No.
Because yours is quite clearly a location. So I don't think that's very discreet placing.
Well, I'll just I'll just put it there. Ready for later. And save my 2 gold.
Is that a grey ghost by any chance?
No. I was going to put it on the board and I was like, but it's going to be on the backboard and I want it to be amongst everything. Oh, I'll just put it here.
You are the worst. You're going to be the worst poker face during game.
Well, you know I have a terrible poker face. I'm not good at hiding my emotions while I play. So anyway, we have a military coming through from Randall. You've boosted his strength using the pavilion to make him restand. So I've let that go through unopposed, claiming the Dragonstone Faithful. I'm not too worried about letting challenges through at the moment because I want to come back and smash you twice as hard because I have bigs. So first challenge over, and now you've still got a power and an intrigue challenge to go.
I mean, I don't know if I need the Tyrion money. I have a lot of money. I think I must have, 8 gold, judging by what I've spent.
Yeah, it sounds about right. So going in with quite a big power challenge here.
Got Randall, got a bit of Queen of Thorns stealth, got a Queen of Thorns reaction to think about.
Yeah. So you're doing the power stealth thing, the Euron. And I'm going to let that go unopposed. You're playing a Grown Strong on Randall, the Septon and the Queen of Thorns. Reacting to restand Randall. Now you missed actually one of your triggers, so you could have used the High Guard and Courtier here to stand
Queen of Thorns.
Queen of Thorns.
I forgot that card exists.
You're now playing another action, so you're taking action to bring a card out of Shadows and attach it to my character.
An action, yep.
And do you want to tell us what this card is?
Alright, this card is our spoiler card. It's a neutral card. It is a Shadows card. It is an attachment. It is costed as a dash, which means it cannot be marshalled.
Mm-hmm.
And it is an item and a weapon. And it has the Shadow 1 keyword.
Mm-hmm.
It has a reaction after you win an intrigue or power challenge by 5 or more strength as the attacking player. Return the attached character to its owner's hand. Card designed by 2008 Joust World Champion Lucas Reed. And the card is called A Pinch of Powder.
Ouch. So you have attached that to my Euron, which means that as you are winning this power challenge by definitely more than 5, at some point you'll be able to react and send Euron back to my hand. However, you've got a few other bits and bobs that you're doing at the moment. There we go. Euron goes back to hand. Now, because this is non-terminal,
it comes back to my hand.
It comes back to your hand. So this can be repeatedly used. It's really strong, I feel.
It's going to cost you 3 gold every time you want to use it to remove a character from the board.
So could you not, with the Queen of Thorns here, could you not, like, win the challenge of Queen of Thorns, as a reaction, use her reaction to bring a card out of shadows? So you could do that, right? Bring out pinch of powder and attach it to the opponent's character. Would that work?
Yeah.
And then as the next reaction, you could then react to send that character back to somebody's hand.
Yeah.
So you could even get this out of shadows for free. So you can get away with just paying the 2 to put it into shadows.
Yep.
Decks that this would be good in, what do you think?
Anything that can win intrigue or power by 5. So Tyrell seemed a good home for it. Mm-hmm. They have the strength pump to make sure they win a specific challenge by an amount of strength. So that's good.
Might be good in Reigns decks, where you're trying to win intrigue challenges by 5 anyway.
Yep.
So, you know,
that can work.
People might be thinking, oh, damn, a Reigns trigger, but then actually you're like, haha, double annoying things. And
I mean, the fact it can't be marshalled is significant because it means you're definitely going to be paying 3 unless you use the Queen of Thorns to bring it out for free. And 3 cost, spending 3 gold to remove an opponent's character. Compare that with Put to the Sword. You have to win by 5 in one challenge type only, military. It costs 2 gold only, and you kill the character.
That's true. Yeah, that's definitely true.
I mean, this can't be hand judgmented. Attachment control, I mean, once it's attached to your character in the challenge phase, and the opponent intends to use it in that challenge phase, it's going to be, you know, you're not going to get rid of it, really. So it's hard to get rid of. Yeah, interesting. The art on this card is interesting. I think it might actually be
the guy.
2008 Joust World Champion Lucas Reed. You know, maybe someone could let us know. But I suspect strongly that is him. He looks rather too smug. He looked really pleased with himself, doesn't he? Putting that powder in that drink.
He does. It's quite a cool image, actually. I have a question for you, Richard, regarding how this works with dupes and saves. So because the character isn't being killed and the character isn't being discarded, that means that dupes don't work?
Duplicate save from any leave play effect.
Right, okay. So dupes would work, but Bodyguard wouldn't?
Bodyguard wouldn't.
Okay.
Any other save wouldn't. Rhythm from the Sea is only from kill. Iron Mining from kill. So, yeah, the only way you could save from this is to use a duplicate.
So would the card then come back to your hand, or would it stay attached? So if you got rid of the duplicate to stop the card from coming back to your hand, it would still stay attached, wouldn't it? So then you can just keep working through the character's dupes.
Yeah.
Or it could be a way of clearing dupes before you Valar a board.
Agreed.
Okay, that could be handy.
Because one thing you can do in a Shadows deck, which I didn't get to do in this game, is you can play this, get rid of your opponent's dupe, then play Clever Feint to bring all of your Shadow characters and put them back into Shadows, then play Valar, and then bring all your characters out of Shadows again in the following round on the clear board.
That'd be quite cool.
Didn't get to do that in this game.
I'd just like to point out something which became important later on. I forgot to trigger Iron Victory on my saves, so that's 2 power I should have gained.
Forgot that card existed.
Yeah.
You see you've got your grey ghost there?
I do! Yes, I used it last turn.
You did.
Yes. And it's really, really unobvious place in the middle of all the rest of the boats.
Like, what happened to the pinch of powder?
Well, so I thought I'll just try and play like a normal game.
Of course.
Did an intrigue and then accidentally took the
You got rid of it.
pinch of powder out of your hand.
So that's fine.
So yes, there is no more pinch of powder in Richard's hand. So, you know, you've seen the spoiler. If you want to cut off now, you're more than welcome to. We won't be offended or anything. Don't worry, we're not going to hunt you down. However, if you'd like to stay and watch the rest of the game, because it's obviously a close one, then, you know, stick around. There's only like 10, 15 minutes left.
It does have a banter ending.
It does have quite a funny ending.
Yeah, so this pinch of powder,
yes,
it's not unique.
I didn't twig on that one.
You can have multiple pinches of powder. And when you win an intrigue or power challenge by 5 or more strength, you can trigger all of them.
Oh, wow.
Independently.
That's pretty cool.
That's
so
powerful.
You could then theoretically, if you had 2 of these in Shadows, and you were doing challenges with the Queen of Thorns, for example, you can, the first time round when someone wins something, you can attach one of them to one of the characters, or you can do it at any point, I guess. And then you can always do it the second time.
Yeah, let's say I've got 3 gold and I win a challenge by 5. Just before in the action window, I could bring them all, pay the 3 gold, bring all 3 of them out of the shadow, attach them to 3 characters, win the challenge by 5, and trigger the reaction on each one.
Yeah. And then if somebody's got like a couple of dupes on something, could you put all 3 on the same character and then trigger each one in individually? I guess it'd be like a reaction, discard a dupe, reaction, discard a dupe. So you can actually get rid of all the dupes.
Yes.
That'd be quite cool.
So that's quite strong.
It's quite costly, like you say.
It is costly, yeah.
But I guess if you've got some horrific character, like a duped Randall with 3 power armor on the board, that it might be good to get rid.
Sets up your reset, your Varys or your Valar Morghulis quite well. What else can we say about this card?
Wouldn't it be good?
Where you don't win intrigue or power challenges by 5 or more. Where you don't have a lot of gold.
Yeah. So winter deck probably wouldn't handle this very well.
Nah. Well.
Not that we see many winter decks nowadays.
Indeed. It is an item and a weapon. So I mean, Street of Steel finds weapons and items, doesn't it? Not that anyone plays that.
So this bit of a random thought. And I don't know how good an idea this is.
Uh-oh.
So bringing Aegon out of Shadows, for example, you could bring him out of Shadows to trigger his reaction and get extra cards. But then, I mean, it could be worth putting this on Aegon to bring your Aegon back to hand, right? Because you get both of them back to hand and then you're able to replay Aegon out to get the reaction again. Yeah,
you can play it. Absolutely. That's good. That's
I don't
a good
know
point.
If that's the best example.
Play it on your own characters. If you want them back to hand. So that would especially work perhaps on your shadow character. I imagine a lot of people who are playing the Iron Bank will have it due to bring shadow characters back to hand.
Yeah, that's true. That's
or Clever Feint with Lannister. But in a pinch, you could do this.
You said my pun game was bad.
What pun game?
I've been good this video.
What?
I've reined in the puns.
I didn't do a pun.
Did you not?
No.
In a pinch.
Oh, that was just an accident. It's not my fault. I
think
really
the grin on your face gave it away, Richard. I'd also like to point out, by the way, like for anyone who's actually interested in the game that's going on.
Oh, hi.
So, yeah, it's a game. I played my Rise of the Kraken on Richard's Valar turn, and I was like, oh, damn. And then I was like, it's fine. I can still do this. Richard is like doing all these friggin' shenanigans and just blocking all my challenges and stopping me getting anything good. So my military didn't go through, my power didn't go through, and I didn't even get an unopposed intrigue, and now he's just going to hit me back with his Randall.
You got rid of my poison coin as well. How sad.
Good! So on my Rise of the Kraken turn, I gained a measly 1 power, which I lose pretty much immediately when you do your... Actually, no, I don't lose it, because you're Valar, you don't have any claim. But I am not winning because you just do a power Randall, which makes me sad.
So another good thing with a pinch of powder...
Oh, go on.
It returns the attached character to its owner's hand. So if you're playing with the new Shadow Cersei and you're stripping cards out of the opponent's hand, you're also getting rid of the characters out their hand as well.
Yeah. So
if your opponent doesn't have much of a hand and you're playing a heavy intrigue game, then effectively you're not just returning it to their hand. You're actually you're discarding it as well. If you can take that from intrigue claim. Yeah,
because this will happen before your intrigue claim. So you can do this, send the card back to somebody's hand, and then you'll take the intrigue claim. So, you've got a really good chance of hitting that card if you're in a big hand attrition kind of deck.
You know what? I had a really, really good thought about this card.
Go on.
Well, that's just it. I forgot. I can't remember what it was. Because you started talking, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to try and remember what. And now I've forgotten.
You're rubbish.
I am rubbish.
Aww.
I am rubbish confirmed.
It's okay. I don't care what you think of yourself. I think you're right. So, We've both flipped trade routes. Trade routes. Cover the silence.
Yeah, well, I guess we can focus on the game a bit now.
Yeah, until you remember what you wanted to say about the card.
I can't remember. I mean, I can keep looking at it, but
all you see is that really, like, it looks like a 1970s Dungeons and Dragons Wizard Master.
It's basically the first edition art.
Yeah, but that's what it reminds me of.
I mean, do you have any idea of how this card was regarded in first edition? Or what it did?
I can't remember what it did, but I did try and research this with some quotes. As viewers that watch our spoiler videos regularly would know, I like to have a quote at the beginning to do with the card or character. And I couldn't find one, but I did find a Reddit post where someone said, the only champ card you've never seen played.
Oh, wow.
So what did it do in first edition?
It was basically the same thing.
Oh.
When it came out of Shadows, you attach it to a character. It cost nothing to bring out a Shadow in first edition. But when you won an intrigue or power challenge by 3 or more strength, you return the attached character to its owner's hand, same as before. However, you were then able to nail 3 influence to return the pinch of powers to Shadows.
And that actually seems slightly better.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a different game. It's hard for us to evaluate exactly how it would work in first edition. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was that similar.
So it is very similar.
Do you think it will see a lot of play now?
Not a lot of play. It will see play in some decks. I mean, there aren't that many decks that want to win power or intrigue challenges by 5 or more strength, and also attrition away parts of your opponent's board.
Yeah. Because I guess the Reigns decks are the ones where you're most likely to be getting through those win by 5 intrigues.
No one plays Reigns anymore.
What are you on about? You play Stark Reigns for the whole of the regional season.
No one else plays Dark Reigns or any other Reigns anymore.
All about the crossing, right?
There had been a lot of crossing. That's going to stop if Free Folk pick up more momentum. Because Free Folk hoses crossing. It's getting near the end game now. There's only 5 minutes left.
Exactly, yeah. So I've done a military with Asher. It was unopposed, so she got 3 stand. It was unopposed because Randall was not allowed to defend any challenges due to my Grey Ghost. And she stealthed past Robert. So I can figure out that I can get to 14. Which is really annoying. I can get to 14. If I'd remembered that trigger earlier, then I would have been able to, get to the... Well, I've been 16 technically. So that was sad.
It's okay. You're not familiar with the deck. It's fine. Our viewership will understand about your terrible playing due to the fact that you're just unfamiliar with the card.
I thought you were going to say due to the fact you're just a terrible person or something.
It does sound like something I would say.
Yeah, I was getting ready to tell you off and then you didn't do it. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm going with the power with Balon and Asher, forgetting that the Queen of Thorns has stealth, and I was like, yeah, I can just stealth past her, it'll be fine. And then you were like, no.
She has a keyword.
But Randall can't defend. So it's only her that can defend. And technically, her strength isn't counted at the moment. So Balon's on 6 strength due to the rise of the Kraken? Risen from the sea, even.
Yep.
You're reducing Balon to 5 and increasing the Queen of Thorns to 5. So I have to boost him.
I mean, I don't really want to be doing this. I'd rather be boosting Randall on attack.
But if you don't do it, then I get it unopposed, and then I think I do win.
Yeah.
So
get you unopposed, you claim, you get renown, and then you start doing this.
So it's my intrigue challenge here. So it's going to be unopposed and renown. And the claim was a Iron Bank, which you'd already used another one earlier, so you weren't able to do it again.
On the cat's paw.
And that gets me to 14. Now, here, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I really hope Richard does the military first. Because that'd be great. I've got a dupe on Balon. And then I'll just save it. I thought, nah, Richard won't do a military first. He's not daft.
Yeah, well...
I was so happy at this point. I was like, oh my god, what's he going to do? He's got a trick.
Poison coin. And then we actually read the text. It was like, no, poison coin not allowed. It's unopposed only. But for God's sake.
And then I'm like, okay, so what's his trick?
I only did that because I wanted to play poison coin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then I was like, I'm going to save Balon with the dupe and trigger Iron Victory to win.
You are the worst.
I was so happy. I was like, you should have won that. I mean, I would have already won it if I hadn't have, forgotten the boat thing. But yeah, you should have won that at the end.
I just wanted to play poison coin.
It's okay. One day you'll play it.
Got wrecked. So yeah, spoiler card, a pinch of powder.
A pinch of powder.
A powdery pinch of powder.
That
is non-unique, and you can pinch the powder 3 times.
Yes.
3 individual times of powder pinching.
Right. So
thanks, Lucas Reed.
Thanks, Lucas. And thanks again to Joe from Cincinnati for giving us the spoiler.
Yeah, cheers, Cincinnati Joe.
And
what a diamond.
We'll try and get the image up sort of, a little while after we've released the video to give you guys all a chance to have a look at the video first.
Yeah.
Thanks always to our patrons. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/The White Walkers. And we will try and get the final out of the regional, the Sheffield Regional soon. And then we have the Queen of the Andals tournament.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Queen of the Andals tournament should be good.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, thanks always for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.